Hey guys, welcome back to Porsche of Nashua, and today we are reviewing this beautiful 2024 Taycan 4. This is an all-electric car. I want you to check it out because this one has the actual off-road package. If you take a look at the very back here, that's a skid plate right underneath the bottom of the car there. In addition to that, if you hit this button right here, as you know, it's going to pop right up. There's your electric charger right in the middle. Tons of room in the back down. If you want to shut the trunk, you can shut it by hitting the button right here, and that comes right down, obviously. So, very cool. That's in the shooting brake style, which I really like. I also like the fact that the door handles pop out. Nice back seat, so let's get in for a second. The seat's way back. However, pretty comfortable. Cool. It also has the panoramic moonroof, which is really sweet. Passenger seat has a 14-way adjustable seat that you could have controls on this side of the car for 3 different passengers for passenger seat, not just for the driver's seat. I love that feature. I think it's really cool. Check out these wheels. These wheels are exclusive to this particular car. The design is for off-road, so this car will raise and lower. Also has, pick it up, and you get room for more storage in here. Pretty neat. And again, like all Porsches, bring it down and click. On the inside of the car, you get 3 adjustable seats right here. You have your windows and you have your mirrors, of course. You have a little cubby for storage. Getting into the car, let's try that. Okay, inside the Taycan 4. This is a beautiful car. It's super well laid out. I like everything about it so far. And we're going to do a little start, which is over here. I love, again, Porsche does the start button on this side. The car is now running. Really cool. All right, it's in park, so that much we know. It has over here your first infotainment. There you go. There is the wonderful, wonderful infotainment system. You can scroll up or down. It has the Sport Chrono package. You want to make a breakdown call or whatnot. Smart services. Has, of course, Android and Apple. Has some devices, so you can change to different phones. Go back to your home screen. It's really easy navigable. You go to your vehicle. Different sports modes. So you could have the chassis height. So let's go up. So we're going to hit here, and we want to go high. And the car is now lifting up on the airbags. And we're at the highest height possible of the car, which is pretty cool. Again, you could change everything. Or if you want to go to regular, you could lower it down, or you could go really, really low, which we're not going to do. Has regenerative braking, of course. And then you have your drive modes. You could do gravel, range, which I guess is the long range mode. In addition to that, you could have normal mode, you could do sport mode, and you could do sport plus mode. In sport plus mode, I love how it shows a little red racetrack right there. Pretty cool stuff. And you could also just get to it all from there as well, so you don't have to go through the whole system. You could just hit right here, and it'll bring you right to that screen. So everything is in sport plus mode. It's on super low. Regenerative braking is on. And it has all your driver assistance, lane keep assist, lane change assist, maneuvering assist, etc. Has your trip in comfort mode. Your ambient lighting on the inside, the passenger seat, comfort entry. You adjust the steering wheel back and forth. Pretty neat stuff, all pretty basic. Down here, you have another section, which is your AC units or climate control units. And that's pretty neat too. You could open the front, which we're going to do right now. So opening the front. Let's go around and see everything that this car has. Over here is your diamond button. The diamond button is your selected mode. Whatever you want to do with that button, however you want it to be, it's going to be set up for you. In addition to that, underneath here, you have your steering wheel, which can adjust up and down. Here's your phone, here's your volume. Down here, you have your cruise control. Up here, you have your wiper, your directionals. Over here, you have your wipers. And here's some your drive modes are also here on your steering wheel. So you could change it to normal, Sport Plus, Sport, normal back, range. So you could maximize your range at 60 miles an hour. And it tells you how far the charge is on the battery. It's a 65%, it's 32 degrees. This has the high capacity battery, so it does charge a little bit faster. It goes a little bit longer distance. In addition to that, when you throw it into Sport Plus mode, some things do change on the dashboard, which is just shows you again the 65%. It lowers the vehicle. It has a Sport Chrono package. Other than that, shut this little off, and this will tell you your charge. 65% charged at 116 miles for your range. In addition to that, it has 2 cup holders, and this piece comes up. Inside here, you could plug in, and charging system is not connected, obviously, which is a good thing. Over here, you have another control screen, and that is for your passengers, so they can see what's going on as well. And they can see all the cockpit stuff, and they can see how fast you're going, what the G-forces are, pretty much everything that you can see on this screen. But, you know, your passenger, if they don't want to be looking over, see how fast you're going, they're able to see that right from there. If you hit the home button, it'll show you the weather, some instructions, and they could just play with different devices on that. And you could also do the Sport Chrono mode from over there or over here. I really think that's a cool feature. And over here is your glove box, which is fairly small, but it does the trick. We are in the car with Mike. Mike is the sales representative here at Porsche Nashua. And Mike, walk me through the car and how we get into drive mode and all that stuff, because I see the drive modes are down here. Yes. And so we're going to go to Sport Plus.
Yep, you can toggle between the drive modes.
Yep.
Sport Plus will put you in the most high performance mode of the car. Also down here, you've got gravel mode, but we're going to keep it right in Sport Plus. That's going to give you the maximum power. It's also going to lower the car a little bit. It has air suspension with a 3-chamber technology. You've got normal, Sport, and Sport Plus. Alternatively, you can go higher than normal and raise it up about 3/4 of an inch if you were driving through snow or driving off-road. But we're going to start off in Sport Plus. And these are very easy to turn on. You've got a power switch on the left with your cell phone, and then over here we have an electronic fly-by-wire shifter where we press down, and now we're going to go right to drive. You have your drive indicator right there.
Excellent.
And as you can see in the center, it does say ready, so we are ready to get underway.
And Mike, you were telling me inside the showroom that this car also has a heads-up display, but it's also all-wheel drive.
That's correct, Eric. Yeah, it has 2 motors. You have a front motor and a rear motor, which gives you continuous full-time all-wheel drive. Both of the motors combined will actually put out 469 horsepower. So it's got plenty of get up and go.
And what's the range on this car typically?
The average range is about 220 miles.
Okay.
Porsche engineers these cars for performance. But the exciting fact is it runs on an 800-volt system, whereas many other EVs run on a 400-volt system. And what that allows us to do is make the actual wiring thinner. So we use thinner wiring, which reduces weight, but also the 800-volt system allows us to replicate the power over and over again without seriously depleting the battery.
So I think, you know, this is my third electric car in a week, which is interesting. And I've driven the Lightning and the Mach-E, but what's interesting to me is that this feels entirely different. You could feel the sportiness of it.
Yes, that's correct. And the entire car, despite being a sedan or even this Cross Turismo variant, it's designed for performance above everything else.
And you know, what I think as far as the performance goes, that's what you're buying this car for. You're buying it for performance. Also, it's stunning good looks. You and I were mentioning it outside the car, how nice this car really looks. You know, the shooting brake style, this Cross Turismo style, people look at it like, oh, okay, what is it? And then all of a sudden you look at it, it's like, wow, that's a Porsche. It's a really nice looking Porsche. So I think that they've hit a home run both on the outside and the inside of this car.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the usability is really good. I mean, you can fold down the back seats. You have a full-size trunk. with a high loading space, so you can put different things in the trunk, larger items that is. So it's really a high performance family tourer, so to speak.
That's really nice.
As you know, on EVs, the brakes are really good. The Taycan has a robust system, fixed calipers all the way around for high performance. Most EVs you're going to find, if not all EVs, are going to have a floating caliper design. These are fixed, so you've got actually have two pistons pushing in on the caliper, much like the 911 setup or even a GT3. So the braking's very robust.
Nice. That is a very nice feeling too. And I notice it's regenerative braking as well, so it does come back into the car, which is nice.
And what I love about the Taycan line is that they give you a button right here on the steering wheel where you can turn on or off the recuperation at your discretion quite easily. You don't have to go into any special menus or anything like that. With the recuperation off, it performs more like a traditional gas-powered car where it'll coast quite a bit. But even when the regenerative braking is turned on, it's not too much like a lot of other EVs. When you take your foot off the gas, you slow down a little bit, but it doesn't bring you to a halt. Yeah, a lot more comfortable driving experience.
So do you want to kind of just go over what options this particular car has?
Yeah, this one was optioned out really well. For starters, you have a GT Sport steering wheel, which is a little bit narrower and has a little bit different grip than the standard steering wheel. You also have 2+1 rear seats, which in essence is a bench style rear seat for the whole family. Then you have the Sport Chrono package, which is a high performance package which gives you extra sport modes and more power. You also have a 19.2 kilowatt onboard charger, and what that does is it's going to charge the battery quicker during recuperation or when you utilize the brakes or coast for that matter. It just sends more power back to the battery, so it makes the charge last a little bit longer. You also have premium package, which bundles several options including surround view cameras, Bose stereo, ambient lighting, cooled seats, 14 waist seats. It even has an ionizer, which ionizes the air and makes it takes the impurities out. So if you've got that diesel truck in front of you, you can filter that smell out. And then this one was also ordered with the tech package, which is going to feature a head-up display. It's also going to give you adaptive cruise control.
Here we go. Holy goodness.
We'll pull it down. But as you can see, we went from 70 in just a few seconds.
Yeah, that was incredibly quick and effortless, and that's something that Porsche consistently does in all of their cars, but to replicate it in an electric car and make it feel like still a Porsche, that's a pretty neat feeling because you don't get that a lot. And that was very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, with considering the weight, the car weighs over 6,000 pounds. Considering the weight, you know, it's still very fast, and the power is very controllable. As you see, when we floored it, we went from 70 to 95 in a couple of seconds, but it wasn't this uncontrollable, crazy feeling. The car was straight as an arrow.
Yeah, it didn't pull left or right, it just kept going, and it wanted to keep going, which was nice. And we pulled a few G's on that, which was nice as well. As I was mentioning to you earlier, you know, it has the packages over there where the passenger can see how fast you're going, and you know, whoever your passenger is, they might say, hey, slow down a little bit or speed up a little bit. So if you're that side seat driver, that's really good for you. Plus there's some other tech that you can play with over there as well, which is nice. Driving the Taycan 4, the 4 is for all-wheel drive, and as Mike mentioned earlier, it's definitely has the ability to go off-road with the off-road tires, the off-road wheel setup, which are exclusive to this car. In addition to that, it gives you some confidence when you're on the road. If you're going on a long trip or a snowy trip and you know it's going to be bad weather, you could definitely take this car out and not think twice about it.
I want to comment on the overall quietness, Eric. You know, I've driven several EVs just like you have. Porsche put a lot of thought into the sound deadening because EVs, they don't have an engine, so they're very quiet. So sound deadening is very important. It also has a special windshield that was heavily laminated to reduce the noise as well. I've noticed on several EVs that the windshield tends to pick up a lot of wind noise. The Taycan, that wind noise has been, for the most part, eliminated. Just a real nice, quiet sound in the car.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything, which is great. I mean, it's just you and I in the car here, and it feels and sounds like you want a luxury car to be. And we're going to take this corner a little bit quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, you can, absolutely. So the Taycan has the lowest center of gravity out of any production car that Porsche's ever produced, including the sports cars.
Wow.
So as you can see, it tackles this corner effortlessly.
Wow, that is really impressive. What we're going to do is we're going to hit some back roads, and we're going to kind of give this car a little run for its money. I like the little electric motor noise, because you could hear the stators, but it's not annoyingly worry. It's a nice sounding electric car, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and a lot of thought went into that as well. What Porsche did was they actually recorded the electric motor in this car, and then they amplify that sound. So it's not a made-up synthesized sound. It is the actual sound of the electric motor that's been amplified.
Wow, that's super impressive. It feels so incredibly tight. The cornering is on point. The acceleration is next level. Mike, tell me, you guys have been in business at Porsche Nashua for quite some time under the Lionwald Group, and you know, the customer service that you all offer, it's amazing. How do you all keep that up? It's unbelievable to me.
Well, customer service is paramount. We've been at that location now since 2002. Most years we do earn Porsche's Porsche Premier status, which is the top 25 dealers in the nation. And that gets awarded to us based on several metrics, mostly customer service. So, you know, we look at it as a relationship, and we've got several repeat clients that have been with us for over 20 years, just like we have employees that have been with us for over 20 years. Myself, I'm going on 8 years.
Wow.
So the relationship building is very important. We don't look at it as our clients are buying one car. We look at it as you know, a relationship and building a family, so to speak. So
guys, that is, you know, the whole experience that I've had with Porsche Nashua. Not only, you know, a YouTuber, I'm also a client. I bought a couple of parts from Porsche Nashua and the Lionwald Group. I've met Warren, who's a really great guy. Mike's awesome. Al's awesome. If you're in the market for a new Porsche, a used Porsche, or pretty much any car at all, because the Lionwald Group is huge, certainly reach out to them at lionwald.com or PorscheNashua.com, and you'll be able to talk to Mike and get yourself into a deal on a great car. Again, I don't work for a dealership. I do car reviews, but when I recognize exceptional customer service and exceptional graciousness, you know, such that Porsche Nashua is, I need to acknowledge that. So I really want to thank you guys very much. So again, if you like this type of content, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, it's about the drive.